What's up, guys? It's your boy Zowoki, back out with another of the Dr. Disrespect videos, dramas, situations, whatever have you. Looking at what's going on with Dr. Disrespect, it's just inevitable that his probably streaming career is not going to recover from this. I've just seen a couple more YouTubers, big streamers, and so forth like that have technically disowned Dr. Disrespect. Shroud is one of them, which we'll take here in a second. I've seen a lot of other ones that you guys probably don't even know. There's probably too many to even put on this video, but we're going to be looking at the staggering decline of Dr. Disrespect and all that are included with that. So with that being said, before we go any further, if you guys would like to subscribe to my YouTube channel by hitting that white bar icon down the bottom right, hit that bell icon next to it, so when I do post videos like this one, you guys will get that little ring notification that I've posted that video, and you guys can watch, comment, like, and share. And again, thank you so very much for that love and support. Now, YouTubers, streamers alike will see an up, a down, a constant, whatever have you. It happens when it comes to being a streamer, YouTuber, content creator, whatever have you. But the man has literally thrown a wrench into his engine, causing his complete life, beautiful wife, beautiful child, having tons of cars, sponsorships, fan base, whatever have you, and literally threw it away while messaging a minor, which we don't know the age. Apparently everybody's saying 17, but it might be even younger. We don't even, the rumors are up there. I have no idea. And it literally caused his ban back in 2017. Was it 2017 or 2020? I think it was 2020. I can't remember. It just keep throwing. It was his cheating was back in 2017. His ban was 2020. It's just now catching up because people that used to work at Twitch, that did the whole watching of whispers and certain things, found it out, possibly left, and now are exploiting it, causing this man's fan base to plummet. I just looked on this morning, and we talked about this yesterday. It was 468 yesterday, and now it's 467. I see this going down even more over the course of the next couple weeks. I just don't believe that there's going to be people that are going to just go on there purposely to unsubscribe. I mean, I'm on YouTube quite a bit, and I unsubscribe to the man because I can't stand behind it whatsoever. Now we're going to take a look at Shroud's clip that he posted not too long ago, which it's titled that Dr. Disrespect seems to not have any friends anymore. Even streamers are ghosting him. See Shroud talk how he is ghosting Dr. Disrespect. So let's take a look.
Shroud, have you personally tried to hit up Doc at all? No. I haven't talked to him since he got banned because I am a logical person. The second Doc got banned on Twitch, my logic kicked in and I said, yep, you don't just get banned randomly. And I didn't say a word to him, didn't message him, didn't reply to anything on Twitter, didn't associate at all, because you don't just get banned. I'm not a fucking idiot. Fucking use your brain, people. People don't just get banned.
Now, this clip is going to be from the Dr. Disrespect situation is getting disgusting, from the channel of August the Duck. It's pretty much everything that's showing his slower decline. And what's upsetting is he keeps changing on Twitter, or he was changing on Twitter. He would take in or take out the word minor, like it would make anything better for himself. I don't think he has posted on Twitter recently besides that one day. Yeah, he hasn't posted since the 25th. It's only been 3 days. He did mention that he's going to go into an extended vacation. But this might be an extended vacation. The man might have to retire because I don't think anybody's going to really watch the man after him doing what he did. So let's take a look at what August the Duck has posted.
You know how we run things here.
People are saying he's getting a message right now from Midnight Society.
Feeling a little fatigued. When shit like this happens over the weekend and
Well guys, it's happened again. It seems like clockwork these days. Once every month or two, a big content creator is exposed for being a terrible, no good person. And this month, I think we've hit our quota a few times already. Now, if you've spent any amount of time on the internet whatsoever over the last week or so, or if, you can read because I put it in the title, you're already gonna know what this video is about. Now, like I said, this really all started about a week ago, so I'm a little bit late to the party, but I have my reasons for that. One of them being that for the last week I have been exploring the beautiful state of Washington, which if you followed my Instagram, you would know that already. Not saying you have to or anything, but if you don't, we are going to be making fun of you. But that's not important. What is important though is that on June 21st, the biggest social media bomb of the year dropped, and it dropped hard. A former Twitch employee blew up Twitter and really the internet as a whole by tweeting out a tweet implying that drdisrespect, one of the biggest streaming names in the world, was banned off of Twitch years ago for sexting a minor on the platform. Now, if you had no idea any of this was happening, if you have no idea who drdisrespect is, don't worry. That's actually probably a good thing. I'm going to try and give a very, very brief rundown of what's led to all this. Like I said, very, very brief, so a lot is going to be left out. But drdisrespect, aka Herschel Guy Beam, is one of the biggest streamers in the world. Well, I guess not so much these days really, but back in like 2018 to 2020, the guy was huge. Even if you've never heard of him, if you're in that gaming sphere, you've probably at least seen him.
I heard people that had gotten signatures from him are actually throwing his stuff away.
He's well known for wearing this costume while he streams, and back in 2020, while the guy was absolutely killing it on Twitch, he was banned completely out of the blue with no reason given. This was a pretty big deal. Twitch came in out of left field and banned a person who was making them millions of dollars a year and gave no explanation as to why they did it.
Oh, I do want to mention too that I just saw on Twitter that his memberships on his YouTube channel have been paused, which means anybody that tries to become a member or was a member, pretty much a payday for him is on pause. I'm surprised YouTube hasn't banned him already. I give it a few weeks, whatever, and we'll see him banned from YouTube. Just give it time. YouTube has no correlation with that crap. They're very strict when it comes to what they want on the internet, and children are one of those things. If it has anything to do with anything that hurts a child, neglects a child, shows anything bad about a child, you're done. So I see it very soon happening to his channel. Just give it time.
So, as you can probably imagine, this caused a lot of speculation. Now, I've never really been a big Twitch viewer, so I can't say this for certain, but I don't think that the running theory during this time was that drdisrespect was pulling a Dr. Diddy. However, over the last couple of days, some stuff has come to light, and that's what we're going to be looking at today. Today, we are going through the big events that have led us to drdisrespect's public response to this situation, which is literally the worst thing that I have ever read in my entire life. I don't mean it as a joke when I say that the way that drdisrespect chose to respond to all this genuinely could not be worse. So sit back and relax and prepare for a lot of reading, because basically all of this unfolded on
To be honest, he probably should have sought out legal representation on this and not posted that paragraph that he gave. It was not in good taste. He tried to defend himself, and it more or less tanked himself.
Twitter. Yippee. Let's begin. Please subscribe. So like we talked about earlier, all of this started when a former Twitch employee named Cody Connors went to Twitter and made this tweet. He got banned because he got caught sexting a minor in the then existing Twitch Whispers product. He was trying to meet up with her at TwitchCon. The powers that be could read in plain text. Case closed, gang. No one made the wrong decision. Fuck him and his boys. Now, as you can see, there's no name mentioned in this tweet. So really, what I think the true catalyst to all of this blowing up was when the popular news Twitter account guy Jake Lucky made this tweet. A former Twitch employee has come forward and stated the alleged reason for Dr. Disrespect's permanent Twitch ban being for sexting a minor in the previous Twitch Whispers product. Now, I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I'm not 100% sure how Jake Lucky and how other people knew that this tweet was referring to Dr. Disrespect. This could be because, like I said, I don't really watch Twitch, so I could be missing out on some context here, or I'm just stupid, not sure, time will tell. But Jake Lucky rightfully assumed that this tweet was about Dr. Disrespect, and the internet, as you would expect, went bonkers. Now as I said,
now he can't have Midnight Society on there. He's not going to be able to have a lot of stuff up there.
Said in the beginning of the video, one of the reasons I'm just now talking
Turtle Beach, give it time.
about this is because I couldn't until now. I was unable to record, but another reason was because I don't really like when people take stuff like this and they just run with it. At this point, the only evidence that had been brought forward was, a tweet. Something that literally anybody can do, where they can say literally anything they want. Now, given the context, I guess this was a somewhat more trustworthy source than just a random person on Twitter, so I can kind of understand why so many people saw this and ran with it. But the problem with stuff like this is that the average Twitter user has the reading comprehension skills of a 6-year-old. So they don't see that the original tweet has no evidence whatsoever, and they don't see that Jake Lucky or Dexerto or any of the other guys who just stir the fucking pot professionally, no hate by the way, that's my job too, are saying alleged and accused. They're not saying, we know this guy did this, you should hate him now. But of course, that's what people do anyways. Now, as we're gonna get to later, this turned out to not be a problem. It was all deserved, but a lot of the times, it's not. So even though it would make me a lot more money, I don't like to just immediately jump on the biggest thing when something like this hits the internet, because it can be extremely damaging to people's lives. Anybody can call you
He did it to himself, though.
a predator. Anybody can say you did anything. The fact that the internet jumps on these things so quickly and it spreads like a wildfire with no evidence whatsoever, it's a problem. But that's really a big discussion for another video entirely there. Just wanted to get my piece in though. But as discussed, once Jake made this tweet, stuff really started to ramp up pretty quickly. So about an hour after this tweet was made, Dr. Disrespect responded to Jake with a tweet that really set shit off. Jake, seriously, I get it, it's a hot topic, but this has been settled. No wrongdoing was acknowledged and they paid out the whole contract. Yeah, so, evidence or not, responding to allegations saying that you're Dr. Diddler by saying no wrongdoing was acknowledged, yeah, that's not a good look there,
good,
pal. To not include anything to the tune of, I don't know, I did nothing wrong, or no, I was not talking to a child.
It's like when Bill Clinton was like, I did not have sex with that woman. I did not have sex with Monica Lewinsky. Like, we're gonna... Okay.
Yeah, that's a choice for sure. Fortunately for Dr. Disrespect though, it seems like somebody on his team informed him of this, or he just saw the thousands of tweets dogpiling him for saying this, because the next day he tweeted something out that is a little bit more what you would expect somebody to say in a situation like this one. Listen, I'm obviously tied to legal obligations from the settlement with Twitch, but I just need to say what I can say since this is the fucking internet. I didn't do anything wrong, all this has been probed and settled, nothing illegal, no wrongdoing was found, and I was paid. Elden Ring Monday. The classic put something at the end of your response to make it seem like you're not really taking this whole thing seriously technique. I like it, Doctor. Now, when I first saw this tweet, I went through 2 stages of thinking. At first, I was like, okay, you know what, this seems a little bit more convincing. Maybe that Twitch employee just got bored and he wanted to do something stupid. Who knows, let's wait for more evidence. And then, I read it again.
What I think it is that Twitch employee was either let go or quit and was like, you know what, I have no obligations to keep my mouth shut anymore. Here you go.
And I really paid.
And then Doc kind of green-lighted it by saying, yeah, I was having inappropriate talk with a minor, which pretty much correlates was I was sexting a person under the age of 18 and I got caught.
paid attention to the words he chose to use. What really stood out to me specifically is the part where he says all of this has been probed and settled, nothing illegal was found. When I really read this and I took a second to think about it, I was like, holy shit. This guy basically just admitted to doing what he was accused of.
Yep.
Nowhere in
That's
this tweet does he say, I was not talking to a minor. He says, I didn't do anything wrong. They looked through this and they couldn't find anything illegal. If you weren't ever talking to anybody, there's nothing to probe through. If the person you were talking to is somebody that it's okay for you to be talking to, there's no wrongdoing to be looked for. Now, I don't know if Dr. Disrespect meant to do this. Like, I'm not sure if he was cognizant of what this tweet implies the way he worded it. I've got to think that he was, but at the same time, I don't know why he would tweet this. Regardless, though, this is when things really started to get bad for the doctor. During his next stream that following Monday, a few key things happened. For the most part, he didn't really address any of the allegations. He said something like, I don't give a fuck about the guy, referring to the person who said all this, but that was basically it. But later in the stream, he got some sort of message on his phone that changed his demeanor for the rest of the stream. A lot of people are speculating this was him getting notification from his gaming studio that they were going to be parting ways from him, but obviously nobody knows. Whatever he saw, though, it made him want to end the stream because just a few minutes later, he started to abruptly
It's pretty much like if Robert Downey Jr., or not Robert, but Tony Stark, was like, you know what, we're going to part ways from you as Stark Industries, which it kind of was, they locked him out. But him not leaving on his own volition, and the company that his dad built or something like that, and the company that he built and stuff like that, just kind of was like, we're going to separate you.
Close things out, said he was going on an extended vacation, he's burnt out, wants to be away from it all, and sort of implied that he was ready to quit streaming. He also talked about wanting to step away from his gaming studio Midnight Society, which may...
He's got to try and make it up to his wife, because I guarantee she is not a happy camper if she has not left already.
Have been damage control because he already knew they were cutting ties with him. Again, who knows? I'll let you take a look.
You know how we run things here.
You really can't see what he's doing on his phone. The bite lip of shoot. Oh, he's upset. Man is not happy.
How we feeling, Doc? Says Roy. I'll be honest, I'm feeling a little fatigued. Feeling a little fatigued. Feeling a little burnt out. When shit like this happens over the weekend, and it's like, how many times can I I don't... Like, I'm actually tired of being on social media, and I've expressed that over the years, champs. I just, I've always kind of hinted like it'd be nice to get off and just completely separate, right? Go live in Costa Rica or something. But I'm just feeling burnt out, I think. I had the mindset of
He's not going to be going to Costa Rica. He's going to have to be going to Costco, because that's where he's going to have to work eventually.
Let's just see what happens today. How are we feeling?
There's nothing wrong with people at Costco.
And I'll tell you, I just, I don't know. I'm just feeling burnt out. But I think the first and foremost, though, is, I did have a sort of a planned vacation coming up. And I think I might just extend that starting today, starting now. One of these... Let's take a step back. And to be honest, I don't know how long, I know for my vacacion, how long my vacation is, but
I originally wanted to meet this guy at like TwitchCon, when he was allowed to go, or content creator. There's a content creator con or whatever have you, but it's just upsetting to know that this is what he did. It would be like any other person. I mean, any celebrity. If they found out that they're doing this, they're gonna get charged. They're gonna get looked at. They're gonna lose their following.
Maybe I extend that. Champs, I'm going to call it right there. A little short one. We've accomplished some things, but I think more importantly, we need to step away. It's time to drive into the sunset, says Swervin. Oof, man, I like your style. It might be time to drive in the sunset, champs.
So as you can see, definitely weird vibes, and given the context, given what we know is going on during all this, it's pretty weird for him to act like none of this has anything to do with what he's saying. Like, okay, yeah, you're going on an extended vacation after you've been outed for talking to a minor. That just happened to line up perfectly? Okay, yeah, sure, whatever. This, however, was really the beginning of the end, because not long after he ended the stream, his gaming studio, Midnight Society, released a tweet stating that they are deciding to part ways with him. In the tweet, they basically say they assumed his innocence, and after speaking to the parties involved, they decided that they needed to act, which is essentially them telling the internet they found something. Not too long after this, Turtle Beach removed all of Dr. Disrespect's merchandise from their websites. They confirmed later that they did indeed cut ties with him. The next
I didn't know that, and then I know that the 49 or the 2K game, they removed him from 2024's or 2K 2024 or something like that. I don't play 2K, but they removed him from that. The 49ers, he had deals with them or something like that, and they removed. He's losing everything, man.
Next day, news articles were beginning to pop up. This was no longer just in the realm of Twitter. As these bigger companies began to take action, bigger entities started to take notice of what was going on. And then, that same day, Dr. Disrespect released his full statement on this matter, and my god, it could not be worse. Now, this is a lengthy one, but I feel like you've really got to hear every word to get the full effect. So buckle in. The Twitch ban. Hello, I'd like to make a quick statement. Let's cut the fucking bullshit. As you know, there's no filter with me. I've always been upfront and real with you guys on anything that I can be upfront about, and I'm always willing to accept responsibility, which is why I'm here now. First and foremost, I do want to apologize to everyone in my community, as well as
he should be apologizing to 1, his wife, 2, to his child, 3, to his partnerships. His community is next, but the bigger ones is his family.
Those close to me, my team, and everyone at Midnight Society Game Studio. A lot of people have been left in the dark about what happened yesterday with Midnight Society and we made the painful decision collectively to have me step down. Our team is full of incredibly talented and good people that have high career ambitions and families, and I never want to jeopardize the culture we have carefully crafted. Everyone has been wanting to know why I was banned from Twitch, but for reasons outside of my control, I was not allowed to say anything for the last several years. Now that
reasons out of my control...
that 2 former Twitch employees have publicly disclosed the accusations, I can tell you my side of the story regarding the ban. Were there Twitch whisper messages with an individual minor back?
So this individual minor is what keeps getting taken out. It's half the time it's an individual back in 2017, or he keeps taking out the word minor.
In 2017? The answer is yes. Were there real intentions behind these messages? The answer is absolutely not. Now I'm going to read this whole thing before saying anything, but trust me, we're going to be circling back to that, okay? These were casual, mutual conversations that sometimes lean too much in the direction of being inappropriate, but nothing more. Nothing illegal.
You're married, so you shouldn't be doing anything to any side of angle or leaning towards any side besides your wife.
Illegal happened, no pictures were shared, no crimes were committed. I never even met the individual. I went through a lengthy arbitration regarding a civil dispute with Twitch, and that case was resolved by settlement. Let me be clear, it was not a criminal case against me, and no criminal charges have ever been brought against me. Now, from a moral standpoint, I'll absolutely take responsibility. I should have never entertained these conversations to begin with. That's on me. That's on me as an adult, a husband, and a father. It should have never happened. I get it. I'm not perfect, and I'll fucking own my shit. This was stupid. Now, with all this said, don't get it fucking mistaken. I've seen all the remarks and labels being thrown around so loosely. Social media is a destruction zone. I'm no fucking predator or pedophile. Are you kidding me? Anyone that truly knows me fucking knows where I stand on those things with those type of people. Fuck that. That's a different level of disgust that
That's why he's losing all his fans. He's losing big time friends.
fucking hate even hearing about. Don't be labeling me as the worst of the worst with your exaggerations. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. But I think I've said what I needed to say regarding the ban itself. That's it. That's why Twitch made the decision in 2020. To my team, community, industry friends that have supported me, I apologize. I wish I could have said all this sooner. You guys have always showed me and my family love and support through all these years. We love you guys like you can't imagine. I have the fucking best community and circle. If any of this has made you uncomfortable, I get it. You don't have to support me anymore, but just know you've always been greatly appreciated. But trust me when I say this, to all my haters that live and breathe social media with zero life experience, I don't give a fuck about you. Finally, if you're uncomfortable with this entire statement and think I'm a piece of shit, that's fine, but I'm not fucking going anywhere. I'm not the same guy that made this mistake all those years ago. I'm taking an extended vacation with my family as mentioned on stream, and I'm coming back with a heavy weight off my shoulders. They want me to disappear? Yeah, fucking right. Okay, lots to unpack here. First things first, I want to go back to what I said I was going to circle back to, because the way this guy decides to approach this situation, it's extremely telling. The whole were there real intentions behind these messages, saying that there wasn't, that's like the first thing you learn in the Predator Handbook. Okay, that makes it kind of sound like I've read the Predator Handbook. I haven't. But seriously, if you've ever watched To Catch a Predator, that's what all those guys say. Oh, they were just chatting. They didn't mean anything by. They were
I didn't mean anything, but no, don't look in my car. There's condoms and lubes in there, or lube in there. Oh, but I was just coming to see how they were doing. Right.
just having fun. To say that bullshit and then later to say I'm no fucking predator, that's kind of a bold claim there, partner. You admit to entertaining inappropriate conversations with a minor. That's basically the definition. The way he's trying to direct all the focus to saying stuff like nothing illegal happened and no crimes were committed, there were never any criminal charges, it's very telling. And then for the only thing that he says to address the morality aspect of all this to be I'm not perfect, whoopsie daisies. Yeah, this is not really an I'm not perfect kind of situation, doctor. However, I think the worst part of all this is how he somehow turns this into like a message to the haters, where he says, but trust me when I say this to all my haters that live and breathe social media with zero real life experience, I don't give a fuck about you. I really want to know what he means by that. Like, how does that fit into this? What does you chatting with a teenager have to do with a person having no real life experience? Do you think that people who don't spend time on Twitter would hear about this and be like, yeah, that's a cool thing to do? I mean, I really don't understand the point of adding this. I don't think anybody's hating on you for talking to a teenager because they're chronically online. I think they're hating on you talking to a teenager because you're a 40-something-year-old man talking to a teenager. I hope that clears that up for you. I don't know if you're confused, not sure what's going on here. But this whole like I'm not going anywhere act, sorry to break it to you, dude, but yeah, I think you might just be. Not only is it really fucking weird to try and play the victim here, like, ooh, people want to get rid of me. Ooh, I'm not going anywhere. It's like, okay, you're a fucking creep, you're a weirdo. Guess we can't make you go anywhere, but the people that are going to support you after this, are you aware of the kind of people they are? If you really mean what you say, if you say that everybody who knows me knows where I stand on those kinds of things and those types of people, well then, pal, you're not going to be a huge fan of your community once you get back. Like, I really don't know what you're expecting here, doctor. Maybe you're looking through the lens of like this normal kind of internet drama where this sort of stuff comes up where a person's like, holy shit, did you guys hear that this random fucking Minecraft YouTuber dated a 19-year-old when they were 20? Yeah, they belong in federal prison. Like, normally that's the kind of shit that passes through this space of controversy, and you get the normal people on Twitter who are mad about that kind of stuff, where what you said about real life experience actually might apply, like where they can't understand nuance when it comes to human relationships. This is not that. You're a 42-year-old man who's admitted to entertaining inappropriate conversations with a person who's at most 17. Like, you're not gonna have an audience to come back to, man. If you do, you're not gonna want them. Or maybe you will, I don't know, you were the one messaging a minor, so I won't speak for you. I don't know about you guys, but this statement reads to me like somebody basically saying, I was doing something I knew I shouldn't have been, and thankfully for me and my legal standing, I was caught before it could go anywhere. I mean, seriously, this guy's 42 years old, has a wife, has a daughter. What man in that position is having conversations with a teenage girl that sometimes lean into inappropriate directions without some pretty dark intentions? You're a grown man who's a millionaire, whose job revolves around being social, with connections that most people would dream of having, and you're telling me the best companion you can find is a teenage girl on Twitch? That's all it was? Just some friendly conversations and that's all it was ever going to be? That's really fucking hard to believe, man. Not gonna lie. Mentioning the whole no intentions thing in the first place, that's what really gets me. Because come on guys, let's put on our thinking caps here. If you're talking to somebody about day-to-day things, would there ever be a question about whether or not there are intentions behind those messages? No. Whether or not a message
you purposely wrote them, that is your intent to do something with that individual. So you wrote it as no intent? Okay. So when you go up to a drive-through and you intentionally say, I'd like to have a bacon cheeseburger, and they give you a hot dog, that's not intentional, that you're going to receive what you asked for instead of what you didn't ask for. I know it's probably a bad analogy, but that's how dumb it sounds.
Has intentions is a question only asked about very specific kinds of messages. We all know what those kinds of messages are. Again, you're outing yourself, doctor. There shouldn't have been messages to not have intentions behind to begin with. This is just fucking gross. Now, after this response hit the internet, all the things you expect to happen happened. All the big streamers who were closely associated to Dr. Disrespect made videos saying stuff like they had no clue, they didn't know he did stuff like this, they're cutting all ties with him, they didn't even really know him that well to begin with, they weren't real friends, you know, the shit you'd expect. But I don't really care about stuff like that. I don't care about what his friends have to say. I feel like that's a silly thing to focus on. It's hardly been a day and people are already trying to shift the discussion onto other people. I've seen countless tweets of people saying, oh, so Dr. Disrespect is the bad guy, but women can show their tits on Twitch? What a double standard. And it's like, oh,
he's not wrong. That's why I left Twitch, is I couldn't compete with them.
Okay, dude.
Because who wants to watch me, some 36-year-old guy, playing Fortnite when they could go watch some beautiful woman on Twitch in a bikini and keep changing her outfit and playing in water? I mean, that's why I left.
You can have your problems with Twitch, that's fine, a lot of us do. But maybe, just maybe, could we keep the spotlight on the guy who's admitted to having inappropriate conversations with teenagers for a while? You know, before we get misogynistic on the beat, could we do that just for a couple of days maybe? I don't know, probably fucking not. If there's one thing that Dr. Disrespect got right in his response, it's that social media is a destruction zone. Not for you, doctor, you deserve it, but it's like, damn, the dude admitted to doing it, and people are already like, okay, but how can I blame this on Pokimane? It's like the internet is just such a fucking...
I saw that. Pokimane said something about that she was disgusted by how he was, but then yet somebody was boistering about how there's probably younger people inappropriately doing things with her kind. Like, it's just like, why are we looking at other people when we should be looking at him? I mean, I put in the Shroud and stuff like that because those are big YouTube streamers that have disowned him. It's more centralized on Doc, but all the other ones have literally disowned him as a friend.
Fucking shit show, guys. Everything's political because everything has to either be left or right leaning. Everything has to be. You cannot make content in the modern day and age without being labeled as one of the two. And with how people on the internet are when it comes to the left versus the right, where if you're on the left, you've got to go after everything on the right and defend everything on the left. And if you're on the right, you've got to go after everything on the left and defend everything on the right. And that extending to people. We can't even all collectively come together to hate on a guy who's admitting to being a predator. We're so fucked. Well, guys, what do you think? Does Kendrick Lamar need to drop a diss track on Dr. Disrespect? Is that the only thing that can bring us together? Because if we can't all rally together when a situation that's pretty black and white presents itself, like this is not cancel culture, this is not some sort of baseless hate campaign, this is a guy plainly admitting that he's done this. If we can't come together here, yeah, we're fucking cooked. I mean, let's just pack it up and do a hard reset on society, try it again sometime else. This is clearly not working. If you enjoyed this video,
so with that being said, guys, I'm putting what I've said before. I'm not supporting the guy anymore. I'm not watching his content. I enjoyed watching his content before, but now that I know that he is able to do that behind his wife and stuff like that, which I wanted to show you guys If you guys have not Googled Dr. His wife, like, as he calls her, Mrs. Assassin. See if I can bring it up here for you guys. Like, look at this. He's dumb messed up, man. Like, she's a beautiful woman. And you want to sit there and mess around with an underage woman or girl? I shouldn't say woman because the person's a girl. It's got a beautiful beautiful daughter right here. I'm not gonna post her in there because I don't want any problems with child content on my channel, because my channel is not for kids. So with that being said, comment your guys' thoughts down below on this. If you guys have watched into this when it comes to Dr. Disrespect, I see his numbers going down even more. If I look at it right now, sub count, I guarantee it's not good. Went down another 10,000. It's not good. It's not very good right now. He just lost another 10,000. Oh boy. So again, subscribe, comment, like, and share on the channel. If you guys enjoyed, hit the like button, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one. So please take care, be safe, and as always, keep nerding on, and we'll see you guys next time.